Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell is a new member of Congress from California. He's on the Intelligence Committee. Look what he just did today. He posted today on, look at this. He posted this on his website today. It's sort of an encyclopedia. It's like a one-stop connect the dots reference guide laying out all the open source, non-classified stuff that we as Americans know right now about the Russia connection to the Trump campaign. This is very handy. This is a useful thing for a member of Congress to do for his or her constituents, right? If constituents have concerns about links between Russia and our new president. This, which Congressman Swalwell has posted today, this is a public service. Congressman Swalwell is also an active part of the investigation in the House. He sits on the House Intelligence Committee, as I said. He's also the top Democrat on the subcommittee that deals with the CIA. And Congressman Swalwell joins us now from Washington. It's good to have you with us tonight, sir. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Rachel, and greetings from Castro Valley High School Trojans, who are at the heart of my congressional district in the East Bay.
As a three-letter athlete from the Castro Valley High School Trojans athletic department, I am very embarrassed by you bringing that up. But thank you. Let me ask about your decision to post this sort of guide for your constituents. You've posted a lot of connect-the-dots information about this Russia investigation.
A lot of work on this issue is classified, but I wanted, in an unclassified way, for my constituents to understand first why Russia is not our friend. And you know, Rachel, we've seen a lot of young people who look at Russia and they think, well, maybe this is just a Cold War adversary. And so we posted a lot of the recent atrocities in Syria and in Ukraine. And then we walked through the Trump-Russia ties, which is growing every day, as you've pointed out. From there, we point out the influences and the different changes in positions that we've seen from Trump officials, from Jeff Sessions to the platform committee's changes and the president himself. And then, of course, we point out the interference campaign that Russia ran, and then lead everyone to the independent commission that I and Elijah Cummings are calling for, and every Democrat has supported in Congress. So we wanted to walk them through so they understand kind of bit by bit what the evidence is in this case.
So you have called, as you mentioned there, for an independent commission, a 9/11-style commission, to take it out of the partisan-controlled committee process and to investigate this as a nonpartisan, independent thing. I think my take on this increasingly, and as far as I can tell from feedback from my viewers, people who I talk to, I think a pretty widespread feeling about this investigation is that if it is conducted by the Justice Department, which is run by a Trump campaign official, Jeff Sessions, if it is run by the intelligence committees, which are run by two Trump campaign officials, and Richard Burr and your chairman in the House, there's not much confidence that those investigations will be both aggressive and independent. That said, nobody seems to be biting on the Republican side on your idea of an independent commission. Should we be worried that these won't be independent investigations?
Yes, I'm worried because the Trump team and many of my colleagues have failed to show impartiality on this issue. And as each day goes by, as we roll into another election, we know that Russia is sharpening their knives. That is a public finding in the intelligence report. And we know that other adversaries with similar capabilities will look at what is the United States going to do. Now, I do have to give credit to one Republican, Walter Jones. He has joined our call for an independent commission, and he is someone who's put country before party before. He's the first one to speak out against the Iraq War.
One of the things that I'm starting to feel like is going to become maybe a further avenue of investigation is whether or not, if there was quid pro quo between the Trump campaign and the Russian government, if there was, in fact, collusion or cooperation, if they knowingly interacted with Russian officials who were attacking our election in this way, they must have promised something. They must have offered something. There must have been a thank you that they planned to deliver. And that may not have been during the campaign. It may have been something that they planned to deliver during the administration. Is it your understanding that the intelligence investigations would extend to encompass what's going on now in the administration, whether any of those favors might be being paid back in the way the U.S. government is being run now by President Trump?
It has to, and it has to look at what the consideration may have been, because all of the dots here in this investigation continue to connect. And the biggest question, of course, is were any of these contacts or ties that the Trump team had with Russia, were they working with Russia as they ran the interference campaign? And now what we're looking at is whether U.S. policy toward Russia is also changing. That would be pretty powerful evidence that they were working with Russia and that Russia is now getting something in return.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, member of the House Intelligence Committee, a man who represents the town where I grew up, which is just a coincidence. Sir, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.